This is so exciting. Now, if you guys have been following our YouTube, you guys know what this is. For everyone else, let me explain. I had a client come approach us that I'd done some work for previously. Now, he was really happy with that work, and he's been following along with our 3D print builds when I started to get into using the Ender 3. Well, he set this up in his shop. He had it working for a few days. He had a lot of issues with things. He was able to do a few small test prints, but everything he made just didn't seem to turn out that well. And because it was such a long build, he's decided that it's just out of his realm to be able to do. So he made me a deal and traded me this machine to build his part for him. So we're gonna take this print, which is a variant of the Mandalorian armor. It's actually, they call it the Predalorian, and you can find this on MakerBot. We're gonna take this helmet, which has got a bit of a halfback. We're going to use the Arduino, as well as some electronics. We're gonna use this remote control. We're gonna use some stepper motors, and we're gonna add a few lights as well as laser pointers to this helmet. Our first step is to get the actual unit built so I can see in real world what this looks like. Once I conceptualize, I'm gonna be able to then figure out how I want it to fit the client, as well as how I'm going to integrate basic electronics into this bucket in the end. This will not be the final product, which is also why, again, we chose to go with the yellow filament. Once we are happy with the design, all the modifications are done, we'll reprint this in another color. Not that it really matters, but I do just like to stay very organized when we're building something that's conceptual, because down the line, this may be on the shelf with 12 other variations. We'll want to know exactly which ones are the ones we want to use, and the ones that may need some tweaking, may not fit properly, or maybe missing something that we didn't think about at that point of the build. It's going to be a lot of fun building this, put this together. It's been quite a few years since I've had the ability to really expand and play like this. Now that I have this ability, I mean, there is absolutely nothing that we can't build. Setup went really well with this unit. It was already pre-assembled before getting to us, so we just had a couple bolts to put on and we were good to go. Last night, however, I did run into a bit of a problem. We had started this around 2 o'clock in the morning. It is going to be about a 2.5 day print. Unfortunately, about, I would say, 3:30, 4 o'clock, I couldn't sleep very well, so I came back out just to get a quick check on it, and, well, lo and behold, it looked like the filament had broken. So I had to pull it all apart. I ended up scrapping the first variation of this, and ended up getting it fixed. So it's going really well now. I'm really excited to see how this thing turns out. Looks like the supports are holding, everything's clinging to the bed really nice, and it's printing really good. So now we're gonna take this, we're going to modify it, and we're gonna make something really cool. So I hope he's really happy with it when it's done. We really appreciate you doing the deal for the printer. This thing helps us out. We can prototype now. As I said, we've gone with yellow filament. We are using yellow filament at this machine because it is a prototyping machine. The whole point of this machine is to build and concept things on the go, create parts, and try things that may fail. I don't want to take a machine that's running full time, printing something, and take that offline for printing something for a customer, for me to experiment and build something that might fail, I might have to reprint again, or I might have to modify. So this just made so much sense to have this in our shop, ready to go for us to play with and us design on, and therefore we can still produce products as well as conceive new ones. We're really excited. Lauren's really excited for this as well. I am going to be showing and teaching her some of this electronic side of this as we go. So if you guys want to see how this thing turns out, please follow us on YouTube. We're going to have a couple really cool vids. We're going to show how this thing all goes together and how we modify it, and then how we merge it with other files off of MakerBot, as well as files that we've designed and built ourselves. And we're going to put this thing all together. So it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Please follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's have some fun with this, because I think this is going to be a cool first project. I think he's going to be pretty happy with it, and then after that, I get to play. Let's have some fun. Back to the studio.